Hi, my name is Jennifer. I'm a group exercise instructor and physical therapist. Today's Pilates class, you need a band and a mat. If you don't have a band, it's fine. We can show modifications. Make sure you're listening to your body. Don't do anything that hurts. Don't do anything above beyond what you can control. Okay, so make sure you're really self-monitoring that core system. And let's get started. I am also not going to use music today, so you put on whatever music that you want. If you want some nice soothing music, or if you just want to like rock it out, go for it. Okay, come on down onto your back. Let's get the core warmed up. All right, so first thing that you're going to want to engage is your pelvic floor. Think about closing and lifting up in through that muscle group. That will help pull in that transverse abdominal muscle. So think about really zipping in, flattening that lower tummy to your back. Okay, really creating that stability throughout that whole back and pelvis region. Lengthen your spine, press your hands and shoulders back into the floor, and breathe through that rib cage. Allow that breath to happen. We'll do a couple warm-ups first. Go ahead and keep your core set. Come up to a head lift, maybe a shoulder or a shoulder blade ab curl position. Reach through those fingertips if you can get there, and take a look at the belly. It should not have gotten bigger or poofed outward. So make sure if it did, you lower yourself down, maybe to the floor even, to keep that compressed. That's what you want to be observing for your correct core throughout class. Taking the arms overhead, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Going at your own pace right now. One more time. Hold your arms overhead, and I want you to extend the right leg. Pause and hold. Really keep that core engaged. Holding. Bring it in. Extend the left leg out. Bring it in. Switch back to the right. Bring it in. Switch back to the left. One more time. And bring that leg in. Support your head with your hands and rotate. Twist and look down, bring it back center. Twist and look down, back to center. You're still in your ab curl, and we're rotating from there. One more to each side. Pause at center, release your head. Side bend into that, reach for your foot, center, side, side. We are going to do some lat work, including some side bends today. One more to each side. Pause at center. Take your fingertips behind your thighs a little bit. See if you can roll yourself up a little bit higher. And then roll all the way down. Now, grab that band. We're going to take that warm up that we did with those arms overhead, and we're going to add some tension. So your band is going to pull apart. So once you've taken up the slack, and I tend to wrap my band around my hands because then I don't have to grip it so hard. I don't have super strong grip strength, so it's kind of nice around my hands. But you can certainly just grab your tubing with your grip strength. That's totally fine. All right, get that core set. Come up into an ab curl position. Pull apart on your band and hold it apart. Then you're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Only go so high as what's comfortable for your shoulders. So we're not moving in that curl. We're staying stationary. The only thing that's moving are those shoulders. Now pause the arms overhead, and we are going to add some leg movement. So as you exhale, you're going to pull that knee, bringing it as close to your forehead as you can, bringing your band down, and then you're going to put that foot down, and you're going to switch to the other one. And you're going to pull it in and put it down. Pull it in and put it down. Again, belly should be compressed. Trying to really pull that forehead and your knees close to each other as you can. One more on each leg. And release it down. Give your neck a break. We're gonna do the same arm movement, okay, reaching overhead and pulling it back down and in. This time we're gonna go back to that leg extension and drive that in and out with those arms, okay? So starting in an overhead reach, really lengthen outward, come up into your ab curl position. My right leg is out extended, nice and long. Then you're gonna exhale, pull it in. If you wanna go back to the tap march, that is your option, okay? So we've got 1, straight, 2, I'm holding my curl, 3, 4, 5, tubing is pulled apart, 6, hold it apart, 7, 8, 9, 10, bring that right leg in, switch left leg out, and pull 1, 2, lengthen, 3, lengthen, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reach, bring the leg in, and roll it down. Bring your arms down. Now we're gonna do 2 sets of 100 today because we're gonna do 2 different arm and leg positions. So the first option, get your core set, of course. You're gonna pull your feet up to knee level, okay? So you're kind of in this 90-90 at the hip and the knee, and then your band is gonna go over the top of your shins, all right? And I'm gonna flex my feet and kind of squeeze my knees and ankles together to kick in my inner thigh. So once you've got your core engaged, you're gonna come up into your curl, and then you're pulsing the same way you normally would for your 100, except this time you've got that resistance of your band, okay? So we're gonna stay right there for a moment. If you don't want the legs up, level 1 would be legs down, and then I don't want you to use the band, you're just gonna do your pump regular, all right? So those are your 2 options. You ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more breath. And release that down. Second set of the 100. The legs are going to be like they normally would for levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3, straight leg now, and level 4, lowered but straight leg, okay? Now, instead of the arms pulsing down like they normally would, they're gonna pull apart. So you're gonna have your band, and you're gonna be pulling them outward, hands away from each other, okay? So get your core set, come into your ab curl, pick your level, and pull it out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finish a breath. Bring it in and lower down. We're gonna give our neck a little bit of a break, and we're gonna stay down for these next couple moves. We're gonna do leg press. This is where your band gets to go around your feet. Okay, so I'm gonna put that right over the arch of my foot. If you have a tubing, it usually fits nicely into the arch of the shoe, and it'll kind of anchor it. If you have a tube, okay, like I have a TheraBand, if you have a TheraTube, do not flex your feet so much that that band can pop over the top of your toes and smack you in the face. It doesn't feel very good. So keep a slight point onto your shoe or your feet. That way if the band slides off, it hits the floor or your butt, a little bit better, okay? Now, for leg press, I'm gonna anchor my elbows into the floor, squeezing my shoulder blades, okay? Really get those back muscles engaged. And then you're gonna bend your knees and pull them into your chest. Now, leg press level 1, straight up. So you're pushing against that band here, which isn't like a ton of resistance, yeah? But if this is normally your level, it's a little bit harder. Level 2 is anything lower than that. So start pressing it away from you, down on diagonals. And because you've got the band, you can actually probably go a little bit lower than you normally would. Like really press it down and out. Okay, so I'm gonna really lengthen myself outward, pushing with that strong exhale, keeping that low belly pulled into the spine. Inhale, exhale, push. Got nice isometric for the bicep curl here. And then as well as those middle traps, rhomboids, lats, posterior delt, as you're pressing those elbows and shoulders back into the floor. Press and in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last couple. And then we're going to go right into a double leg lower. Pause. Now, kick your legs straight up. It's exactly what it sounds like. Okay, so again, at home, if you're not having the band, you're doing all this without. Okay, so your double leg lower. If you don't have your band, though, do not put your hands underneath your butt. It's cheating. So keep your hands just to the sides of your trunk and then do your double leg lower, either straight leg or bent leg. Okay. Otherwise, if you've got the band, choke up on it, press those elbows into the floor. And we've got that straight press down as far as you can, control and control back up. So again, we can go a little lower because we've got that assistance with that band. Keep that low back tucked tight. I'm not as picky on this one with where you're breathing, whether you're inhaling down and exhaling up or exhaling down and inhaling up. I say whichever way feels comfortable for you and more natural is fine, okay? Inhale and exhale for me. That feels the best. Finish 2 more. And release that down. Okay, give your hands a little bit of a break and pull your knees in towards your chest and tuck your head. Okay, we're gonna stretch out the low back. We're gonna do starfish and pull all the way up into a sitting position for this. So your legs are gonna go to the corners of your mat now. Your arms, I'm gonna wrap back around with my band and I'm gonna pull them apart. So I actually have tension here. Okay, and I'm reaching towards the corners of my mat. From here then, you're gonna sit all the way up into that tiny little ball, okay? So strong exhale, you're gonna pull it in, and if you wanna make this a little harder, balance it out, don't touch your feet, and then you're gonna lay it back out. You can do what we just did for a stretch, and you can pull it in here and stay on your back, and then extend back out. Now, you do not have to use the band again for this, right? It's gonna look exactly the same, except with the band, you're getting arm bonus. So at your own pace, we're gonna be exhaling, see if you can balance. Inhale. Exhale strong. Inhale. Exhale strong. Inhale. One more. And release. All right, grab a hold of one leg, rock it on up to sitting. Scoot yourself so that your legs are straight on your mat. Now, if you can't be upright here and have your knees locked and straight because your hands are a little tight, soften your knees. Just bend them up a little bit. Your back posture on this one for sitting spinal twist is way more important than being able to lock your knees out, okay? So again, I'm gonna wrap my hands so I don't have to grip. And then this is kind of nice if you have the band because it's gonna prevent you from cheating. This is a huge cheat exercise. People start swinging and their arms are like all over the place. So this is kind of a nice little trick, okay? So once you've got that band, I want you to pull it back and let it touch your chest, and it is not to come off of your chest, okay? So as you twist, the normal cheat is to have that arm come forward. Your band came off your chest. Nope, got to keep it glued there, okay? So pelvic floor up, transverse back. You're going to rotate 3, 2, 1, center. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale. Every time you twist, think about twisting a little farther. Farther, farther, farther. So you've got obliques firing on top of that stability. Legs are strong, pressed out through the heel. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. You should be, again, thinking about tall posture. Do not let your legs move. Sometimes people end up kind of like shifting their legs and pelvis. The only thing moving should be your waistline and rib cage. That thoracic spine twisting. One more to each side. And when you've done that, hold it center. Band is still on your chest. Now you're going to pull back, forward, back, forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Pull, 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 pull. Not a big movement, very small and isolated. Band is not coming off my chest. Speed it up a little bit. Pull, 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 pull. Your postural muscles should be burning back there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you can slouch and stretch and let that go. All right, so we're gonna do a single leg bridge. So we'll get some glute max work in. So you're gonna come on down on your back. And again, all of that, if you don't have a band, it's okay. Don't need it. Okay, so the band on this one is gonna give us a little bit of extra resistance. We're gonna do a single leg bridge pulse. I don't care which leg you do first. You're gonna take your band and you're gonna wrap it around the arch of that foot again, okay? Bringing that base leg close to your butt, and you're gonna drive in through your heel into your bridge, okay? So if your foot is way far out here, your hamstring is gonna burn out, so bring it in. Anchor your elbows into the floor like you did. Now, if you want extra resistance on this, then you're gonna choke up higher on your band, or again, I might do a little bit of a wrap so that I really have to push up against that. No band, do the same thing, just hands into the floor. Get your core set. You're gonna come up high into that bridge, okay? And we've got 50 pulses. You ready? Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Hold. Now try not to let your band go because you're going to want to be equal. lower down. Do not let your band go where your hands are at. I'm gonna switch feet without changing the positions of my hands. So now I know I'm gonna have identical resistance that I had on the other leg. Anchoring my elbows into the ground, bringing my foot close to my butt. Get your core set. Press up into that bridge. Here we go, 50 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. There's 30, 31, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 43, 44, 45, 48, 49. Hold, lower down, and now you can release your band and take it off of your foot. If you need to bring your knees into your chest a couple times, stretch out those glutes or low back, go ahead and do it. And then meet me around on your stomach. I'm gonna get a quick drink out of my Michigan State cup. I know I said I wasn't gonna mention it again, but it was a dang good game. Okay, now we're gonna go on to our stomachs. Now when we head there, we're gonna do some lat pull downs. So if you would imagine me being on my stomach, my arms are gonna be overhead, and then you're gonna pull your arms apart and back up, apart and back up. Now as you pull them though, you'll be doing a trunk extension. So you'll be lifting your head and chest into that arching backwards at the same time. All right, so come on down. And I'm gonna have your legs about hip distance apart. Squeeze them tight though, okay? Lengthen, quads tight, squeeze your buns, pelvic floor up and in, transverse abdominal set. My arms are about shoulder width apart to start with some slack taken up on the band. It shouldn't be loose and blobby. Now, as you pull again apart, you're gonna lift your head and chest, and you don't have to like crank your neck up. I'm kind of looking like right in front of my mat, trying to keep my neck in neutral, all right? And then back down. So you're gonna pull and reach, pull and reach. And again, the same movement can be done without a band. Basically, this is like pull strap, okay? Which we don't use a band for traditionally, if it's just a mat class. Legs are strong still. Make sure you're not blowing out your pelvic floor. So contract as you lift. Now hold them apart. We're gonna do little presses at the elbow. Bend your elbow, straighten. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Push, push, push. Keep that heart up. Now reach overhead, hold your arms off of the floor. Bring both legs up and do swimming with just the legs. I still have tension a little bit on that band. Hold and lower. I'm gonna kind of shimmy my hips out, shake out my back a little bit. Okay, we're gonna work on some side bends. So press yourself up and you're gonna face sideways on your mat. So we're gonna really emphasize through lats, kind of some more obliques, intercostals, so really emphasizing one side of the body. We're gonna do a single kneeling side bend, and then we're gonna go into mermaid on the same side before we switch and do the other. Okay, so again, I'm I'm gonna wrap so I don't have to grab. And I'm gonna put my weight into my left knee and extend my right leg out. All right, so nice, tall, long posture here. My arms are up and then I'm pulling them apart. So I've got that tension. If you don't have a band, you're gonna do the same position with the arms. However, if you can keep your arms a little bit straighter up, if you don't have a band, unless that's bothersome for your shoulders, you can come here or you can even do here, okay? So either one is fine. Coming up, try to keep equal distance for your head between your arms, all right? So as you side bend, it's not this. I'm not just like moving my arms around and my body and my head are, you know, not really doing much. So keep your ear distance with your shoulders equal if you can. Belly back, pelvic floor up. You are going to lean over. And again, I'm not here, I'm here. And then as you pull back up, you're gonna pass neutral and squeeze the side of your body. I am pulling my armpit as close to my hip as I can. And then I'm gonna reach back over, inhale. I'm gonna exhale, pull. I'm gonna inhale. Exhale, squeeze, 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 squeeze. There's 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, 10. Now hold this lengthened position, hold it, really get that core set. Then you are going to bring it back neutral. Put your hands down with the band. Take your bent leg and bring it forward and move your straight leg back behind you. So my left's in front, I was kneeling on my left. Going into mermaid. You are going to straighten everything out, lengthen again, and then as you pull into your side bend, you are gonna get even closer now. So really pull down through the side of that body and squish like an accordion. Do not grab your leg and yank it. You do not get to cheat and help. Inhale, reach. Let's pull around. There's 2. There's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more time, and then hold this over. Pull it over as far as you can. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, and release it. Nice job. Now we've got the other side, so you know what's coming. So I'm gonna kneel now on my right. Left leg is gonna go out. And again, band or no band. Bringing it up overhead, pull apart, get some tension. Then lean, and then pull tight, tight, tight down through that left side. Reach, inhale. Exhale, pull. There's 2. There's 3. And 4. 5. 6, really tuck that tummy back and pelvic floor up. 7, squeeze those rib cages down. 8, 9, 10, and pause. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Release those arms. Take that kneeling leg in the front and sweep that other leg to the back. Going into mermaid on this side. We've got that nice long lengthen. Inhale long. Exhale, pull that armpit down, 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 down. Reach, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, pull. Inhale. 3. Inhale. 4. You can tell my teenager came home. Inhale, exhale, 5. A little loud up there now. Maybe we should have had some music on. Couple more times. Inhale, exhale. Here's 8. 9. And 10, and then give me that pause. Really pull it over, pull, 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 pull. Decrease that space, squeeze, and release. Okay, you guys are almost there. So we're not quite done with the arms yet, but you don't have to use your band. We're gonna come from a plank position into a down dog rotation. And I really want you to take your time in each of these positions. So imagine just kind of like a 1, 1,002, a full breath before you move on, and I'll show modifications. So from here, we're gonna be full plank, and then as you press back, you're gonna try to twist and rotate and reach towards the opposite outside of your foot. Come back to your plank, reach towards the opposite side, back to plank, okay? But I really want you to pause for a couple seconds, pause for a couple seconds. Modification, I can go from my knees, forward plank, and then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna reach outside of my knee. I'm gonna come back to my plank, come back tabletop, outside of my knee. Yeah? All right, here we go. In your plank, nice and strong. Push the floor away. Exhale. Pause. 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 Reach. Pull that belly in. Last 2. Make sure you've got 1 on each side so that you're equal. And then what I want you to do is I want you to hold your plank. Hold it. Really push the floor away. Do not collapse into your shoulder blades. Push through them. Breathe. Release that. And we're done. So I want you to widen your knees a little bit on the mat. We're going to drop down into a child's pose and then add a side bend for that lat stretch. So move your hands a little bit farther forward and then drop your butt back, drop your chest, lengthen through your spine first. And then walk your hands over to the side. This time you're pulling that armpit away from that hip. Other side, walk it over. Take it center, press yourself forward, and I want you to bring it all the way down to your stomach. Come onto your forearms, lengthen that belly, extend the low back. If you need a little more stretch, push in through the floor, lock the elbows, and drop into a little more extension. Come down, press back to your knees, tuck your toes. I'm going to come into a down dog, dropping through my heels, dropping through my chest, lifting my sit bones. And then I'm gonna walk my hands back towards my feet and fold in half. If you need a slight bend in the knees, please take that. And roll it all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know it was kind of a non-traditional class as far as we didn't do a lot of like abduction at all. We did get some glute max when we did our bridges and our swimming, but really focused on that upper body, shoulders, postural work. So I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and join me again. And if you're really feeling like you need a little more stretch, I didn't stretch very long, so pause it, stop it, put some more jams on, stretch a little bit more. Have a good day.